Well, as you said, I spent a month in Japan this summer, and while I was there, I was seen as an American. Wow, big deal, right? But when I came back to the United States, I was seen as Mexican. So, while I was in Japan, I was seen as the American trying to learn Japanese. And I was seen along with my group. So together we were seen as a group of American teenagers trying to learn Japanese. Trying, because our Japanese was pretty broken. But they didn't mind that. They saw us trying and they liked us. They thought of us as not just that group of kids, but that group of American kids who was trying to give our culture a chance. And I put emphasis on American because we are seen as notorious travelers, and we should probably fix that. As TED speaker Sarah Kay said, not everyone can read music or owns a camera, but everyone can communicate in some way. And language is something that everyone knows about. Everyone learns one. And of course, we start out young because a child's mind is like a sponge. And for most of the people that I know, they know Spanish. I know Spanish. We know Spanish because we grew up with it. And they can understand that there are some things in Spanish-speaking cultures that don't translate completely, like poems, customs, traditions, that just don't translate. Something is lost, some key factor, some key emotion. And there's something about culture itself that does not completely translate, and that is lost in the process. Por ejemplo, Poema 20 por Pablo Neruda. Puedo escribir los versos más tristes esta noche, pensar que no la tengo, sentir que la he perdido. Poem 20 by Pablo Neruda. I can write the saddest lines tonight, to feel that I have lost her, to think that I have lost her, to feel that I don't have her. In comparison, these two just don't feel the same, even though the English version is a direct translation. The English version just sounds awkward, almost. It sounds dull. It sounds hopelessly plain. And if you can understand that there are some things that are lost from Spanish to English, imagine what is lost from French to English, or German to English, or any other language to any other language. So why don't we learn French, or why don't we learn German? Why don't we just learn what we want to learn? Who's stopping us? So why are we narrowing our grasp of the world why are we narrowing our grasp of the world by just taking the languages that are close at hand and not broadening our scope? For example, if we learn French, we all learn French. Maybe you can impress that guy or girl you really like by finally saying, je t'aime, je t'aime. Or you could use that and learn why Air France is constantly on strike. Why don't we learn German? I would finally get the satisfaction of singing along to the Rammstein songs that are sometimes performed at my school. Or we can use that and learn more about why Germany, the country with the most powerful economy in the European Union, is unwilling to lend money to Greece. So I leave you with this. Why are we looking at the world through a pinhole when we could be looking at the world through one of the powerful telescopes at observatories? Because we could be experiencing so much more. Thank you for your time, y gracias por tu tiempo.